Welcome everybody, it's Tractorchute here, and it is Wednesday, hump day, and you know what that means. Neither do I, but either way, it is Wednesday today, and we got ourselves another great game of StarCraft 2 in the lower right-hand corner. We got the Red Terran. It'll be played by something that should not fly at all, but apparently this man does. It is FishCopter playing for Team ILCs in the upper left-hand corner. It is omgthepope is here. There we go. Famous man in the house here, playing as the blue Protoss in the upper left-hand corner. Should be a decent game here as we do have a new submitter on the map here. Pulling up our APM tab as we do like to do. You can see these guys are both half-decent players, riding himself a 117, 120 even to a 104. Pulling up the good old production tab, does look like we are going to start off with the standard wall off. Almost looks like that wall is a little bit off the edge there, but probably in the correct position. I'm just halfway to blind. Do have the scouting going out for a good man, Pope. He's going to make himself all the way around the map there. Also sent 2 scouts. He really didn't want to f that one up, did he? So he's got both scouts going around the map there, so eventually they will find where they need to go. Has planted the pylon on the lower end of the ramp here, so he does look like he is going to wall off at the natural. Fairly decent move there. Meanwhile, his opponent here is now going to start that wall off and get his scouting going. He does overpass that probe here, so the probe will have time to get into the bases. That full wall off will not go off at all here, and FishCopter will get that barracks going good here. We'll soon find out what the Pope decides to do. He's going to do the right thing when you were playing against Terran. Always harass that worker, but it is fended off very well by our good man FishCopter. He is one smart son of a gun. There we go. We're going to get ourselves a forge as well. We might be looking to do a little bit of a forge fast expander, maybe a little cannon harass. We'll soon find out as he did drop the pylon. He helped him finish that wall off. What a nice young man he is there. He's going to continue to go around the base there. I'm assuming he's going to wait until that forge is built, try and drop himself down some cannons here, and see how our good man FishCopter can fend this off here. FishCopter is finally going to go and scout where his opponent happens to be, which will be right in the upper left-hand corner. Very good find, FishCopter. And, of course, that forge should be finishing up there. And, yes, it did just finish up here. So I have to imagine we will see cannons go down. And there's a cannon on the lower ground to start this baby off. Only one SCV over there to do this. Also has a Marine coming out here. There we go. There's 2 more. Usually want to get 2 to 3 minimum out there to help this out here. And he's going to drop a gateway. I'm not entirely sure what the good man plans on doing. But, hey, he's the freaking Pope. We're not going to question that guy. So he's going to go around in a little bit of circles here. Keep that probe in the base as long as he can here. They're working that pylon very, very quick. Of course, the cannon is finishing up here. So this isn't going to go overly well. He's going to drop down the second cannon. And now we're in a little bit of trouble. Now we're soon going to find out how FishCopter is going to fend this. FishCopter at the other end here. And then a whole heck of a lot. He's paying more attention to this end of the map here. And it does look like we are going to drop down a second cannon. This could be a very early finish for him here as he is going to go to work. But that pylon at the very top will eventually go down, hopefully in time before this cannon does some more work of destruction here. FishCopter has an SCV at the bottom. He's saying, fuck that, I'm staying out of this bullshit. So he's going to stay down there. There goes the pylon. That does unpower nothing because he's got a second pylon on the bottom here. This is really a lot of trouble that the Pope's giving him here. And what do you expect? He's the freaking Pope, right? There goes the second cannon down. Hopefully you can get rid of that in time, but at the same time, the cannons at the lower ground have enough range there. Not quite powered at this point in time, but he might get that cannon down, and this will definitely save him. Should have it fended off. Now, in the meantime, he did macro the 2 barracks, so very well done. Actually pretty decent, I will have to say that. While he's paying attention to killing everything he can in the base, he is managing to continue his build here. He's getting a bunker down, which is a very smart move. Still hasn't gotten rid of that probe in the base, which is really going to hurt him here. He's trying to get rid of that gateway there. Gateway's got so many freaking hit points. Ends up losing another Marine. Zealot's out now. Now he's in big trouble. He's really going to have to macro. Tough to macro 1 Marine against the Zealot here. He's got a couple barracks. They're both spitting out Marines here. That's going to help him out a little bit here. Trying to kill it off with all the SCVs here. Zealot's trying to micro best he can. And of course, with the 2 probes down here, really going to make it a lot of trouble here. Does have the Mule out there. Mule's just standing around. He's saying, I'm gold plate. I don't have to do anything here. There's another Zealot out here. Second Zealot's out. Cannon's out here. Cannon's going to work on the bunker. But with the repairing SCV, I would have to imagine he's going to control that cannon to shoot the SCV pretty darn quick here. That would probably be the best move there. Try and take out the Zealot in the middle line. Manages to do that. Going to drop these 2 in the bunker here. And now he should be able to go work on that 1 cannon there. Has a second cannon trying to finish up here. There goes the 1 cannon. Might actually have it finally. This would actually be a very decent defend if he does pull this off here. Very well done. The Pope, I'm not too sure what he wants to do. Is he one of those guys that does it all in and says, fuck it for the rest of it? Doesn't look like it so far. Is finally getting his second expansion out. Doesn't have any gateways on the field other than the one that is in his opponent's base here. And of course, he's still going to work. Takes out that last cannon there. So very well done, I must say. Definitely FishCopter. You have handled this well. Took out 1 of the probes. Still 1 more probe left here. But he's going to send 3 here. 3 should be easy to micro against a Zealot. Should be able to handle this quite easily there. Needs to get him in that bunker there. Does so quite fine. And that Zealot will go down very, very quickly here. He's going to have to start chasing him before he gets any more SCV kills. And there they go. They do surround him here. Spits out a couple more Marines there. Couldn't remember what the hell they're called. Guys with machine guns. How's that? There we go. So it does get that. There is continuing to drop down mules. So like I say, FishCopter's playing a really good game for the amount of macro he's had to do. Or micro, sorry. He's really all over the map here, but he's doing decent here. Fended it off. His opponent's now finally starting to get his buildings up here. Gets the gateway down, gets the cyber core down. And expansion is going to finish up here pretty darn quick here. Down at the other end here, he's going to finish off that. Does have the one probe here. Of course, at this point in time, there's way too many Marines on the map here. They end up killing off that probe quite easily here. At least I have to imagine that they will. Gateway's going to end up going down here. Very decent job. I will hand you my hat, FishCopter, if I was wearing one right now. Does plant the gas down here. This could be one of the most annoying Protoss players I've ever seen to play against here. But at the same time there, if you got it, you got it, right? There he goes. Going to go up top here. Going to try and take that cannon. Of course, no vision on the high ground, so cannon's not going to do any damage here. We're going to see a little bit of lag there, and there they go. Fended it off here. Just got the one gas. I imagine the cancel's going to come down on that gas pretty darn quick here. And from there, FishCopter's going to start playing his game. And actually, no cancel. A little bit surprised. A little bit waste of 75 bucks. But either way, I guess he didn't feel he needed that. Got a couple gas going down at the natural here. Only has the one gateway. Just working on warp gate technology. Sorry. And there we go. We do have 16 bros mining minerals off the top base here. And we'll soon find out what build they're both going to go. Did manage to expand at the same time. FishCopter, you impress me, my good man. Now he's moving out. Now he's going to say it's your turn, son. This could be a little bit of trouble. That is a lot of Marines moving across the map here. 10 to be exact. There you go. You found out tractors can't count. Either way here, Tractor Chute's going to watch the other end of the map here, where it does appear he is finally dropping down a couple of cannons that will definitely help him fend off this little bit of a Marine rush, because at the same time, when you only got one gateway, he's not going to get a whole heck of a lot of units out there. He is keeping a little bit of a nice little gas count. Even put 6 on the one for a little bit there, maybe thinking he can do some extra super mining, but that's not going to happen at all here. And here we go. Those Marines are going to get down the other end here. And we'll soon find out they might actually have enough range outside that cannon to take out the cyber core. It should be very, very close here. If they could get that before, yes, they do have the range. So there you go. Nobody wants to touch that. That's exactly what you need to do. Start working on the cyber core. If you can get rid of that cybernetics core, it could be very big trouble for a good man Pope here. Even the Pope needs the cyber core. And there he goes. Gets the stalkers. Got a little bit of range here. A little bit of back and forth here. Trying to gain a little bit of ground here. Jockey for position, as they call that there. And there goes the Zealot here. Apparently Zealots are expendable. Zealot goes down here. He's really working away there. Cannon range, that's not good at all. Taking out a few more of these Marines here, but they're going to continue to do work. Like I say, if they can get this before warp gate technology gets out, that is going to be very big trouble for the opponent. There he goes. Does get the cyber core down. So now the opponent, Pope here, he's basically got the 2 nexuses. He's got the 1 gateway. There goes 2 more gateways going down here, and a forge, but no cyber core for stalkers. Yep, that's exactly what you need to do. FishCopter, he's done his job. Realizes now he's a little bit ahead now. Was behind at the beginning, but like I say, great comeback. Dropping mules down with the orbitals. Very well done there. Still working on the 2 barracks here. Does have the engineering bay down there, so that's at least decent to get his upgrades going here. There goes the 3rd barracks about to be laid down here. Opponent the other end here, he's macroing up, got a 4 gate. No, sorry, another cyber core. There's the 4th gate. Sorry, he does have 4 gates down there. Still with a couple cannons. Still has the forge. Forge isn't doing any upgrades, and gets the mothership core on the field here. And here we go. Are we going to continue a straight Marine build? We will soon find out here. There's the tech lab. There we go. Combat shield's going to get laid down. Marauders are going to start coming out here. 4th barracks getting laid down at the same time here. Very well done. Both these guys are now sitting, I would have to say, somewhat even. I give FishCopter a bit of an advantage, but either way, it's really pulling threads at this point in time here. And he is getting a decent one there. If we take a look at the income tab here, very even. Both doing fairly decent here. Got 3 stalkers at the other end to the 13 Marines and a couple Marauders. They're going to move out again here. Continue to put that pressure on there. Of course, they do realize that the cannons are on the other end. Marauders will definitely help against that. Look at that full wall off. Nobody's getting in there unless you got a good push of an army here. And in the back end of here, he does have the Twilight Council going down. Might end up seeing some Zealot legs. Might see some Blink. Might even see a Dark Shrine. More than likely, the cheese we've seen so far, I'm going to guess Dark Shrine. We'll find out. He's trying to chrono boost out that warp gate technology here. And the army's about to come down. The rest of them are rallied down to help out. No, they decide. Apparently, they don't want a piece of that. They're going to back off here. Army's going to move in here. They're going to go to work. Probably get 1 stock here. Time Warp's probably going to go down fairly quick here. Or maybe not. He's just going to back off. Maybe saving it for Photon Overcharge. I'm not entirely sure. Doesn't quite have anywhere near enough energy here. Actually did put the Photon Overcharge on here. That's part of the reason he doesn't have enough there. And there we go. They're going to continue staying on the outside here. Going to work down another gateway here. They'll put them back down to 3 gateway. And of course, like I say, Twilight Council is down. Don't have anything out of the Twilight Council at this point in time. And it does look like he did put his 3rd down as well here. I don't believe we have a Dark Shrine coming down here. We'll pull up our production tab here. No, just the Warp Gate Technology Stargate coming down at the other end there. And are also getting our Ground Armor level 1 and Blink Stalkers the choice along with the Temporal Archives. So he is going to get into a bit of a high temper type build here. And there we go, get the first gas down at his second base there. Natural's finally going down for a good man FishCopter, and he's going to regroup at the other end here. And I have to imagine he's going to spit out a couple of medevacs at the same time here. If I can actually find his starport, which is sitting right there, halfway to built. And the reactor is going down as well here, so probably looking to put some little mines out at the same time here. It could even be Hellbats, or he could just fly that baby off, and he's going to use it for the medevacs. So very well done by FishCopter here. Both these guys staying very even. Third is down there, and of course he's got a few gateways coming out there. So that's going to leave him with approximately 7 of them, if my math is correct, and yes it is. There we are getting stormed, so he's going to stick to high temper, not going to get into Archons. A little bit odd, he doesn't have any buildings on the high ground, but why not build them in the rest of your bases? Who needs them on the high ground here? And if we take a look at our good, oh, there is actually an Archon coming out. There you go, I lied. Let's take a look at our count here. We have the 2 high tempers going, the 3 sentries, the 9 stalkers, and the 1 Archon to the 20 Marines, 5 Marauders. And loving to see the mule count there. There we are, just continuing to spit out 2 reactors along with the 1 tech lab there. And of course we do have the medevac spitting out now, and we also have an armory going down as well, so might be even look to get into a little bit of a Hellbat type build maybe to mix in with that a little bit of an army he's got going there. And we're probably just going to sit back, relax for a little bit, and there's Warp Gate technology finally finishing up. Archons are coming out of his yin yang here, so very decent. Both these guys fairly even here. It is 104 to 94 in the food count. And both of them are going to relax for a bit and determine when it's time to make that push here. And there we go. Looks like a drop is coming his way here. FishCopter moving across that map there. He's got that patrol to head right into here. He's going to overfly the other expansion as well. Probably going to drop in there and force the cancel on here, I would have to imagine here. If he catches it in time, we'll soon find out. There he goes. Does end up dropping on his way here. That is a flyby drop if I've ever seen one before. And he actually only dropped 1 off. Moves the rest into the main base. Double drop. Pretty damn sick. He's actually going to drop in the back of this base as he forced the army down here. That army he's going to try and pick up and get him out of here. And there he goes. Chases all them out of there. Very good micro out of him here. Definitely has a lot of attention paid on all areas here. So very well done. Now he's on the high ground here. Opponent's stuck on the low ground here. He's going to attack both the other bases. Hopefully doesn't lose the medevac to the cannons here. There they go. They force everybody off of the mining here. Very well done. These ones down here, his opponent doesn't look like he can pay attention to that much here because he didn't even move these ones off the line there. Has these stalkers going back and forth. Where in the hell are they going? He's got them moving way out here. Of course, they're moving over to this drop here. This is absolutely insane, the amount of drops here. Very good attention he's paid, but might actually lose. Oh, loses a full medevac. But at the same time here, does get up here and was going to get a ton more probe kills. He's really going to work. There's some warping in units. He's going to try and kill them. I would imagine he's going to fly off here once he sees lots on. There he goes. He uses the super boost. He's going to come back down here and try and get himself some more probe kills. Taking a look at the kills here. Wow, 32. So he's done a very decent job. Photon overcharge has finally gone down. Don't even think he's going to bother picking that up here, as he definitely wouldn't be able to save him. Now he's got his opponent at bay. Of course, killed the Nexus, or at least forced to cancel over there. So very well done. Now he's got to be definitely way up in the game here. When you take a look, it is 125 to 102, but at the same time there, he has definitely gone to work, and it has a lot of enough time to get enough medevacs out here. He's even loading them up. Might look to start doing 16 drops at once here. Who knows? It won't even surprise me. This guy has somewhat of a good micro game. I will give him that here. There we go. SCPs are all moving out here. Does look like it is bunker time. Time to bunker up, boys. It does look like turtle mode has taken effect for the Terran here. So they do like to do, but is he actually going to? Nope, he is dropping. It was an accidental pickup there. Has a very good army so far. 44 Marines with the 8 Marauders here. If we take a quick little boot at our count here, is 1-1 for upgrades here. At the other end, he is finally moving out here. Doesn't have any upgrades. Not entirely sure why he doesn't have the upgrades there. But either way there, he's going to try and move out here. He's going to try and put the pressure on his opponent here. Still a little bit behind the food count, but at the same time has a very Skookumari. Needs to get those Archons in the front here, which he's going to pause here and wait for everybody to catch up to him here. And then he's going to go to work here. That's a lot of Stalkers. Going to be a lot to deal with, but his opponent has managed to get up all the bunkers here, so he was ready for this. And he is flying out with 1 fully loaded and 1 to help out there. And there he goes. He's going to put the pressure on here big time here. Going to work here. There goes the bunker. This could be very tough for him to deal with here. At the same time, he is still pressuring to the other end. There's a very nice storm. Look at his storms going down there. Those are very, very decent here. At the other end here, he did manage to get down here. He is going to drop down there and at least delay that base. But at the same time, I don't know if it's going to help at all. If he's really losing a lot of his main base here, it does do a little bit of a flyby there. Doesn't actually drop in there. So he is actually looking to go to the back of that base here. Coming back here, he's going to work. Just taking out medevacs. I don't know. This could be looking like GG at this point in time, as he is really going to work at the base at the other end here. But at the same time, he's dropped down. But there's the warped in Stalkers. They'll easily be enough to clean this up, I would have to imagine, or at least very close, especially with the cannon help there. and they are going to really go to work. Their medevacs end up warping out of there, and there we go. Now we're going to start pressuring towards the main base here. He's got a lot of guys on the high ground there. That's exactly what he's going to need. Marauders are going to work as best they can. And there he goes. He is trying to take out this base as well here. So very decent double drop at the other end here. Of course, those stalkers go down. They take out the medevac. That leaves the Marines high and dry. But he might actually have enough Marines to clean this up here. There's 2 more forges going down there. They will actually end up cleaning that up here. This base ends up finishing here. Both these guys are going nuts here. Whoa, looks like our Protoss has actually stopped. Wow, and that's probably why. That is one massive army FishCopter ended up building up here, and he is just shooting everything down there. Everything warping in, is lucky to get warped in here. There goes the Zealot. Too many healing medevacs there at the top here. He's got that main basically dead, and although it was mined out, but he is going to try and save it. Brings in 2 more Zealots there, brings in a lot of probes. Don't know if it's going to be enough. We'll be very close. Actually does barely end up going. No, not quite enough there. Did end up losing all his probes there. Basically all the attacking probes anyways there. And of course, Stalker's not going to do anything. Those healing medevacs, really, you do see how powerful it is to have any healing medevacs in there, because they really do make it hard to take down Marines and Marauders here. And here we go. He's going to push out here. I have to imagine his opponent's going to be in a lot of trouble here. Doesn't have a lot of income either here. Is down 133 to 50 in the food count. So this is not looking good at all here. Got a few guys standing up here having a little bit of a drink saying, "Man, we did a damn good job here." And there he goes. He is going to drop a few more down the back of the natural here. He's going to go to work on this base here. Really go in here. He's warping in some Archons here. We'll hopefully get him out in time here. It's the only thing that's going to help him. Zealot legs was done as well there. There's a Templar. Not enough for a storm, it doesn't look like here. Archons are probably going to go down. That's a lot of Marauders. Exactly what you need against the Archons here. They're really doing a decent job there. All the Archons go down. Templar ends up going down here. Of course, the drop up here is really going to work. There's some more guys dropping in here. They all stim up there. They're really going to work at all the probes he's got up there. There's some more Marines moving in. Of course, he still has that 1 cannon left. Not too sure if he's even going to bother with it. Just walks on by like, "What's that, bitch?" There we go. Ends up walking right through that. He's going to try and finish this off here, but does get a couple Archons out. Those Archons might be able to save him here. They're really doing decent there, and they're going to go up and try and take out everything else that's standing in his natural here, but at the same time, he's just lost so much. The minerals aren't there. I think GG's coming our way here. I can almost promise you that there. And there he goes. He's going to finally take out these cannons here, which have been a little bit of a nuisance here. Trying to take out the rest of the production buildings. Of course, he still has these 3 gateways over here and 1 gateway. So still has 4 gate outside of what he has in the natural here. And the Archons are going to go in there. Archons do a lot of splash damage. I don't know if 1 Archon's enough to take this out here. And it doesn't look like it here, as that Archon will probably end up going down here. And there he ends up going. And that should pretty much do her. Still has a bit of money, enough for another warp in here, but at the same time, like I say, he's only down to these 2 bases here, and they're not exactly fully saturated by no means. And when you see this army coming, I think that's going to do her to you, son. This army's going to move in there. Medevac's going to fly over, see what it's walking into. There's the stim, the speed in there. And let's start going to work on the pylons here. He's going to try and warp in. Warps in some Templars. Not too sure if that was the best move, unless he figured he'd have a ton of energy for storms. But either way here, they're going to melt the rest of the probes here. He even drops down some mules. "God, you're bad," he said. I don't know if that was a joke. I thought he was pretty damn good, son. Both these guys were decent good. I'm very sorry. Pope, my condolences to you. My congrats to you, FishCopter. I'll leave you with this. If you catch the wrong fish, you meet the yo-yo champ on the outer field. Make sure you oil his tank. Thanks so much for watching. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.